Hi, today we're going to be making a googly-eyed wreath, and my last name starts with a G, so we're going to be doing a G. I've got 600 wiggly eyes, small. I have 2 of these packages. I've dumped them out into this bowl, and then I went ahead and got 12 large ones, dumped them out into this bowl. I've got some acrylic black paint that I had laying around the house. I've got some Mod Podge. And I've just got 2 different kinds of ribbon. I got a black one, a black sparkly, translucent one. Well, it's not really translucent, it's just... Oh, no, it's not even. I thought it was. But that, and then I got kind of a dark orange. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I know I should probably sand it. I don't want to. So I'm just going to paint it first. Paint it black. I don't know if I'm going to regret that or not. I feel like generally you sand it if the paint's going to be seen or if you want it to stay better. It's going to be a wreath that's literally only going to be out for like maybe 2 months of the year. Not super worried about it. Not only that, but the black paint's not what I'm worried about. I want the eyeballs to stand out. I'm just doing the black paint because I'm not super fond of the cardboardy color. So I'm just going to paint this. Oh, I might have overestimated how much paint I need. Oh well. Paint this, and then I'm going to let it dry, which it's soaking into this G pretty well, which I got at Hobby Lobby. I went to Walmart to get one, and they had literally every letter except for G. Well, yeah. And then I went to Hobby Lobby, and I found the cutest G. It was large, like I was wanting. It was like probably like twice this size, and it they have every letter in the alphabet except for a G, which I don't understand, because it's a consonant. Like, I can understand like vowels, because you know you have to have a vowel in every word, in English anyway, and sometimes you get doubles. I mean, I guess you get double G's too, but man, like, I don't know. Anyway, it's gonna be okay. It's been a very long time since I've painted something. I'm trying to make sure that I go all up and down. Make sure that get the brush strokes going all the same way. Like I said, I really don't feel like it's going to even matter, because you're really not going to see it. But I was thinking I might have to do another coat, but I think just one coat, it's going to be just fine. It's not doing much at all. Yeah, I really overestimated how much paint. I almost bought more paint too, because it's like, oh, I just have a little bottle at home. It's not going to be enough, but tell you what, it really didn't take that much. Now I'm just going over and touching up the edges. I mean, I guess I could if I wanted to. I do have all this paint. No, I'm not going to paint the back side of it. I really don't care. And also, I'm afraid if I paint the back side of it, when it's bumping up against my front door, I'll get black marks up against my wooden door, and I don't want that. What if I could just pick this up? That's what I'm gonna do. I found this craft project on Pinterest. Look, super easy, but most of the craft projects on Pinterest look easy, so we'll see how it works out. But I feel like this one's pretty straightforward. What I'm scared about is putting the ribbon on, because they hot glued their ribbon on. And I know a lot of people really trust in hot glue. I, however, do not trust that much in hot glue. I don't think, like, it's fine for something temporary or for something like, it's not going to ever be touched. This one, I live in Oklahoma. This is going to be touched. The wind gets ferocious, especially in the fall time. Just when this is going to be hanging out, of course. Hanging up. Like, I use hot glue because I made my sister's wedding bouquet. And I believe I used hot glue on that. And it was not... We were getting ready for her... We were getting ready for her wedding at the church in the back, and she held up her bouquet, and it fell off the thing. We had to fix it. Because I had no, that wasn't we had some flowers that fell off at the wedding at the church. When I was showing her what I had done for her, we were at my parents' house in the living room, and I handed it to her, and what I had done was I'd found a YouTube video of this lady, and she swore by just taking like one of those floral balls, and you can just like hot glue, like poke in there and hot glue a toilet paper roll that you put like ribbon around and make it really pretty. You can just hot glue it on there and it'll stay. I'm here to tell you, boys and girls, it's not going to work. I even, like, dug into the floral ball. Like, took a knife and went, like, around the circle with the knife to try to get it to, like, work better like that. Ladies and gentlemen, it did not work. I handed her that thing, and it rolled plumb. The ball, because I had a floral ball like this, and I had flowers made out of book pages, and it just tumbled right onto the floor across the living room. And I was like, oh, no. So what I ended up having to do was I went and got like large tongue suppressors or whatever that's called, and got those and then shoved them up inside the ball, and then took and got 4 of them and then made a handle, and then took the ribbon and wrapped it around there and ended up hot gluing the ribbon on there, and that stayed fine. But the hot gluing the original handle, no, not so much. Okay, so I think, I'm looking around here, and I think I've got everything painted. So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. I'm going to wash out my paintbrush, wash off my plate, and then when I come back, we're going to start with the eyeballs. Okay, the G isn't completely dry, but I don't think it really needs to be. For what we're doing. I've washed my paintbrush, kind of. You can see there's still some black in it, but I'm impatient. So right now I'm just going to dry it off a little bit, because I literally just got done with it in the sink. Okay. So, let's see. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put glue down here position my little eyeballs and then just keep going like that. At some point, I may have to go get another brush because this one's kind of fat. Okay? I don't know. I've never worked with this kind of glue before. So I don't know if it needs to, like, I don't know how fast it's going to dry. I guess we're fixing to find out. Oh, no. Come back. Okay. Now, I want them as close together as possible. I don't want them on the sides. Not right now, anyway. I'd seen one that they had done, and they got them on the sides of it. It wasn't my favorite kind of look, so we're not going to do it. Now, I'm just cleaning up on the sides. I'm not trying to get coverage. I just don't want, because I'm sure this is supposed to dry clear. And it's starting to dry clear. But it's going to only be as clear as, I don't know. It won't be clear if there's big clumps, I guess is what I'm saying. There we go. I've always wanted to work with Mod Podge. I've heard good things about it. Like, my sister did some keys. I believe where she, or it was either my sister or my friend from high school. Maybe both. I don't know. They had done their house keys with Mod Podge and then put glitter. Like, painted the top of the key with Mod Podge and then put glitter on it. Or just dip the key in glitter. And then you had a glitter key. And then you could tell which house it went to by that. What have you. And it was super cute. But I've never just went out and bought it. It wasn't that expensive. I think it's probably about $3 or so. The plastic crumpling in the background, which I may or may not be able to edit out, is my puppy. She's got a water bottle that she enjoys. I went to the store today to buy all this stuff. And bought her a bone. And it's got all the meat and gooey on it. Nasty looking. Anyway, got that for her. And she licked it two times. Licked it when I handed it to her. She wouldn't take it out of the package, which she usually does because she's super excited about them. But all she did was lick it, took it out, put it on the floor, and then she licked it and then left. Went and started playing with the water bottle. So that's what she's been playing with all day, is the water bottle, not the bone that I got her. I don't like that there. So, if she doesn't end up appreciating it a little bit more, I'm probably going to have to give it to my parents for their dog or something. Well, I probably have to get to my sister for her dog, because my parents have they have a black lab corgi mix, and he's aging, not gracefully, and he's very food driven, and they have another dog. It's a little Scotty dog mix, little Scotty Hines 57, and I just don't think that'd be good for Rufus, the Black Lab Corgi mix, to have that kind of option, I guess. I don't know. Wouldn't be good for Bella either. The Scotty Heinz 57, because she would be playing with it and Rufus would attack her. Ooh, this does dry fast. I guess I should be doing the same things I did earlier with the brush strokes. I'm trying to go straight down. Okay, so I think I'm getting to the point. Yes. I'm afraid, however, I want to put a couple of these big ones on here just to break up the monotony of the little ones. I'm afraid, however, since these are all one size, that I won't be able to go around it very well. Maybe if I do this, I could go, yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm just going to apply this straight to the back of it. The Mod Podge that I got, because I guess you can get several different kinds. This one's just, it says you can glue anything to anything. Except for the way that I just did it, apparently, because it did not stick. There you go. A little bit more on here, just for good measure. And if I just leave it alone. Okay. Oh, shoot. Forgot. Okay. I have never worked with glue that wasn't out of a squeeze bottle or a tube, like a stick glue. I've always wanted to. You know, they have that one episode of Powerpuff Girls. Ooh. I guess where, I think, Bubbles? I don't know. Somebody was eating the glue out of the jars and they were making fun of them. And I never understood that. One, the appeal of eating glue. I honestly never even thought about it until I watched that show. And then, two, like, I didn't understand because they had glue in jars. Like, I always thought that was the coolest thing in the world was the glue jars. But, so I'm just living my dreams right now. Making dreams come true. Getting to glue things. Glue out of a jar. Well, I can glue the little ones anyway, but this one... Clean that up. This is Matte, M-A-T-T-E dash M-A-T dash M-A-T-E. So Matte Mate is the kind that I got today. Because I don't think I ever finished that train of thought earlier. Because I was looking and they had like paper to paper. And they had another one and it just didn't seem The only one that seemed right was, oh, they had a sparkle one that wanted to add sparkle. Well, I didn't want to add, well, I'm not big on sparkles in the first place, but I didn't want to take away from the eyeballs. You know, the glare of the eyeballs. So I just sat here and talked to myself for no reason for probably about a good 15 minutes, finishing up my little wreath. Came over here to end the video, and turns out it was already ended. So, here's what it looks like. I guess you won't be able to get to hear my fun stories. Well, my fun stories. I went ahead, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this one, because the very first one I did, because it didn't glob up as well, this one right here, because I didn't glob it as well underneath. This one and this one I really globbed it up. Put a lot of glue underneath. I'm going to wait for these eyeballs to dry. I'm going to rinse out my brush, and I'll see you back then, because I want to make sure that these are pretty dry before we start with the ribbon. Okay, so I will see you then. Okay, welcome back. It's been about, probably about 30 to 40 minutes. And I'm too antsy to let it dry anymore. I had come over here earlier, and I had some Q-tips. And came in with the Mod Podge, mostly because I didn't want to have to fuss with the brush again. Because when I tipped it over, some had fallen out, and then I ran my hand up here, and some had fallen out. I was messing with some ideas around, and I thought maybe stapling the ribbon would be the best way to do this, and then I tried to staple into the back of this cardboard, and that for sure was not working out. So, that's not going to work. It would probably work if I had a better stapler than this Dollar General brand stapler. But I don't. That is what I've got. So then, I was like, oh, well, I'll just tape it. Because I've got some duct tape here. And I don't... When I was in high school, I would have done that. And I would have done it proudly. But I don't think it's going to work out quite the way I think that it's going to. So, I guess I have to eat my words from earlier about the hot glue. And just admit that that's maybe the best solution. So, I've got my handy dandy hot glue down here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's ready. Now, put this here. Turn that inside out like, oh, this is why I don't do sparkles, because it's everywhere. Get that tight up here and puff out my bow. Oh, that's gorgeous though. And I'm just trying to get this. I'd gone earlier and I tried to cheat by cutting the ribbon open for the orange and just got a knife. Well, I need a scissors for the ribbon later, whenever. I'm just cutting these at a diagonal. It's a style choice, even though this isn't very stylish over here. Let's try that again. There. Well, okay. Okay, well, here's my bow. It won't win any awards, but that's what that looks like. So then we're just going to do a long string like this. Put hot glue, even though I said that I probably wasn't going to. Well, I straight up said I wasn't going to. I thought it was stupid. But, seems the better of two evils here. And then carefully push that down. And use a Q-tip so I don't burn myself. What I think I'm going to do, because I know my parents have a staple gun. What I'll probably do is after I'm done like this with the hot glue, I'll probably see if they'll let me borrow theirs and just put a couple staples in it. Which I guess I should have, it'll be okay. I'm just going to throw this around it like that a couple times. Well, more than a couple times. So then it's all twirly on the side. And then hold that there, and then just come in with the hot glue here, stick it down, take this one, and just do the same thing. They didn't do it this way on the Pinterest thing that I had seen. I think that's kind of cute. I'm going to go in here and just, I don't know, hot glue makes me nervous after I had that bouquet tumble everywhere. Ooh, that's hot. I had that bouquet tumble across the room at my parents' house. Okay. Didn't go. I'm gonna make an X here because it didn't go through the orange ribbon, which I'm not super worried about that, but I feel like two staples is better than one. Okay, and so here we go. This is our finished product. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. I'm happy with it. I think it's super pretty. Well, thank you so much for watching me figure out how to make this wreath. And join me again next time. Have a great day.